Welcome everyone to the Michigan Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thanks for joining us tonight. A few housekeeping items before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Feel free to direct them specifically to an institution of interest or ask them generally, and reps will try to respond to you throughout the session. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you, which is why that Q&A function is so important to communicate with the reps. This is our last session of the night, and all sessions are being recorded and will be available on the website at stridescan.com/Michigan in about a week or so that you can view these in an on-demand setting later. So we have a great lineup of 6 institutions. Up first, I'm going to invite Brianna with Western Colorado University.
All right, thank you so much for that introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna Clark, and I am a regional recruiter with Western Colorado University, and I'm excited to share a little bit about what we have to offer you. First of all, I want to touch base on our location. We are located in Gunnison, Colorado, so right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. We're about 3.5 hours southwest of Denver, which means our students have easy access to all things Colorado adventure. Hiking, fishing, camping, skiing, snowboarding, paddleboarding, or just going outside at night and seeing the Milky Way. All of it is a great opportunity and easy for you to find. If you have never been skiing or paddleboarding before, do not worry. We have our Wilderness Pursuits office on campus that will help you explore all of those different outdoor recreation options. Within 45 minutes of campus, we have 2 world-class ski resorts and over 750 miles of multi-use trails and tracks. And then Blue Mesa Reservoir is also just 18 miles away, which is the largest body of water in Colorado, and how our students have access to things like sea kayaking. But along with providing all of that amazing outdoor recreation, the public lands surrounding us also provide our students great access to hands-on application-based learning opportunities, especially for our students in environment and sustainability, recreation, outdoor education, and biology. They are out in the field actively every semester with long-term research projects or just practicing those basic skills that they are learning. Speaking of a little bit more about Western, we are a small public university with about 3,000 students in our undergraduate population and about 400 students or so who are pursuing one of our master's or graduate level programs. Our average class size at Western is 17 students, but we do guarantee you will never have a class with more than 66 students in it at any given point in time. Our professors like the smaller class sizes at Western because they get to know you on a first name basis 2 weeks into freshman year. They also have the opportunity to get to know you a little bit more as far as what your academic and career goals are, and they're able to help you pursue those as you're going through. Also, with only 17 students in the classroom, it provides our students and our professors chances to do more of those hands-on application-based learning projects. So it's not always lecture all the time. Our professors have been known to stop our students as they're walking to class or maybe even in the local grocery store, just to ask our students if they're finding their home away from home at Western and are finding that fit. Within our academics, we have over 100 different options that students can choose from. Our most popular majors are business administration, environment and sustainability, recreation, outdoor education, biology, elementary education, and exercise and sports science. But we also have mechanical engineering and computer science degrees, art and music. And then we also have some 3+2 or accelerated degree programs where you could pursue both your master's and your bachelor's in that 5 years. But our most popular major for students coming in freshman year is actually undecided or undeclared. And those students pursue our exploratory program where you have the chance to do just that. Explore your options until you find that homework assignment you want to complete, and then work with that advisor to turn that homework assignment into a career. We are very much dedicated to the success of our students at Western, so we provide a whole host of services for you, including math and tutoring, a writing center, career services, academic advisors, and our disability services offices, including so much more. We also have our EPIC mentors at Western. EPIC stands for Experience, Peers, Initiating Connections. These are upperclassmen students who have been hired and trained as mentors. Every incoming student at Western for your entire first year, you are assigned this EPIC mentor who is your person on campus to help you answer any and all questions that might come up. Maybe you're just stressed a little between classes and you want to go for a hike with someone. That is who your Epic Mentor can be, but they'll also point you in the direction of where the tutoring services or career service offices are on campus. Our students are really loving that program. Definitely want to make sure I touch base on cost here for you. Our in-state and out-of-state tuitions are listed here on the screen. As you can see, both are coming in well under the national average, making Western an affordable option for you as you're looking at your choices. 80% of our students are receiving some form of financial aid at Western, but 100% of our students are considered for a merit aid award as soon as they are applied and accepted at Western. So what does that merit scholarship look like? Here is that information on the screen. It is based off of your GPA because for fall 2021, we were test optional. But if you have a 3.35 GPA, cumulative and weighted, we look at that at your weighted scores, you will receive this East Merit or Basin Merit Award, depending on if you're coming from in-state or out-of-state. Students with a 3.75 land you in the second tier. $9,000, if you think back to our tuition being just under 19, this is cutting tuition by almost in half. So a great opportunity for you there. We also have some other opportunities that you could apply for scholarships, including common scholarships, program-based ones, first generation, and some others that are available too. So creating some great opportunities for students. We absolutely want you to come on out and check out Western for yourself. We have been fortunate that we've been able to host in-person visits this whole last year. So if you want to walk across campus and see what it's like to be a mountaineer, you can go to western.edu/visit to schedule that visit. At the same time, we understand visiting even in the most normal times can be difficult. So we have an opportunity of virtual events for you to explore Western as well. You can check out those options here at western.edu/recruitment events. Our application process is super simple. We are on rolling admissions, so we're still accepting applications for fall of 2021. We are, as I said, test optional. Along with your application, we like to see your transcripts and as well as an optional Why Western essay where you tell us a little bit more about yourself and why you're looking at Western as a college option. We do have an application fee waiver as well. So if that application fee is going to be something that is a hardship for you and your family, please reach out and we will make sure to give you that code. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Brianna. My contact info is here on the screen for you. If you have questions, please feel free just to let me know.
Thank you, Brianna. And up next, Damanta with the University of Colorado Boulder. Excuse me.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. So my name is Damante Madden, an admissions counselor at the University of Colorado Boulder. Thank you all for being in attendance tonight, and the folks who are going to join us at a later date who re-record or rewatch the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, my name is Damante Madden, and I'm here to present and talk about the University of Colorado Boulder. So speaking more intricately about the University of Colorado, Boulder is actually ranked one of the top places to go to college in the United States. Aside from that, we have just under 30,000 undergraduate students, and we still maintain an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio. With that being said, there's still a lot of different schools, programs, and colleges to choose from on our campus. And as we go through the presentation today, I'll allude to some of those and point some of those out. Additionally, we have over 4,000 courses that students can really diversify their multi-educational disciplinary plans and really diversify their options once they are on our campus. So being innovative, Boulder's actually ranked the #2 tech hub behind Silicon Valley, and it's also one of the top 25 colleges for students who want to change the world. So we have about 2,000 of our undergraduate students actually participating in research currently. And then we also have a program that is specifically for our undergraduate students, which is UROP. So UROP is our undergraduate research opportunities program that provides students mentorship, funding options, and different opportunities throughout their experience on our campus to really diversify and figure out what is the right path they want to go into, what do they want to learn more about. Furthermore, being one of the best places to go to college in the United States, I think some of our statistics speak to us. And one of the ones that I really like to talk about is Boulder being a #1 place for female entrepreneurship, and also being a place for a top 10 university, having some of the most startups in our city. So there's a lot of different options to go around our city of Boulder, to hang out on our biking trails or hiking trails, to even canoe to work sometimes. But we have just a little bit of options for you all to get involved. Furthermore, jumping into our colleges, schools, and programs, as you can see, we have many different options, but we'd like for our students to really explore our options and come to our campus, not necessarily set on one thing to study, but having just advisors and support systems to ensure that each student can study exactly and plan their game plan that they want to have. So living on our campus. So we have about 24 residence halls on our campus, and some of those are split into residential academic programs and living and learning communities. So our residential academic programs allow students to really get involved in campus for something academic theme-based, or the living and learning communities where they can find more interest-based classroom or outside of classroom activities to live amongst students alike themselves. Venturing out a little bit more. So these are just some of the opportunities that are actually in Boulder and within a 30-minute drive, if not a little bit sooner. So if you find yourself wanting to go skiing, being from the Midwest, we do have a bus that travels for our students back and forth, which is Eldora. And then we have other options if you want to go outside and climb. If you find yourself want to go to a Boulder Reservoir, being from Michigan, there's a lot of water there. In Boulder, there's not particularly a lot of water, but we do have a reservoir that is home to our crew and our rowing teams. And then if you want to check out our rec center, please feel free to check out our Buffalo Rec Center, our Buffalo shaped pool within our rec center, and then other options around our campus. So a little bit further, what are students getting involved into? So we have options for our students to go abroad. Do you want to study abroad from anywhere from 10 days to 52 weeks or anywhere in between? Being in Boulder, we have over 300 days of sunshine. So it's pretty nice to just get outside, maybe even study outside, do different things, diversify your options. For the entrepreneurs, being one of the best places for entrepreneurs, for female entrepreneurship and other students on our campus, there's a lot of many different ways to get involved in our clubs, our organizations, and to find your fit. And then our freshman application deadline dates. So these dates will not change, and if they do change, our websites will be updated to acknowledge and disseminate current information. But right now, our early action deadline date is November 15th. And then students will receive their admission decision by February 1st. And then we have our January 15th deadline date where students will receive their admission decision by April 1st. If you find that you want to still come and visit us virtually while we're still in this pandemic element, please find your way to our websites and come and visit us. And if there are going to be any type of on-campus virtual or physical events over the summer, please stay up to date on our websites as well. And as I finish up, my name is DeMonte Madden. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please feel free to reach out to me specifically if you have any questions, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think next we'll have Emily with the University of Arizona.
Hello, thank you so much. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Martinez, and I am the admissions rep for the Midwest with the University of Arizona. So thanks for joining us today to learn more about our schools. I'm going to jump right in and tell you all about Arizona. The University of Arizona was founded in 1885, actually when Arizona was still a territory, wasn't even a state yet. So we have a long history, a long legacy. Our main campus is located in Tucson, Arizona. We now have a beautiful 1 square mile campus. Within that 1 square mile, you will have access to everything you need as a student, from 23 dorms, over 35 restaurants, a movie theater, 2 rec centers, a post office, a bank. Everything you need is just a quick walk away. And for those of you who like to ride your bike, our campus is super flat and Tucson is extremely bike friendly. We have about 35,000 undergraduate students and another 10,000 graduate students making up our student community. We do have a diverse student body. We have students, over 40% of our students come from out of state. In fact, we have students coming from every single state in the US. We even have students coming from over 120 different countries. Even though we are a larger university, we are still able to offer you a personal educational experience. Average class sizes are between 20 and 29 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. There are tons of advantages to being at a large public university of our size. With over 250 different program options, we literally have just about any program to meet your educational needs. Some of our more popular programs include our nationally top 20 ranked public business college, our nationally recognized engineering programs with 15 different focuses, as well as our pre-health and medical science programs. The University of Arizona does have 2 medical schools, so access to a lot of really great resources. We're also very well known for our fine arts and dance programs. Our dance program is one of the most competitive in the entire country. So across all disciplines, all majors, we have big time opportunities. We are a top tier world-class institution ranked in the top 1% of universities in the world. Arizona is a premier tier 1 Research 1 institution and a renowned member of the Association of American Universities, which is an exclusive club of about 65 colleges and universities. So from Harvard to Yale to UC Berkeley to the University of Arizona. And that's because we focus on providing research opportunities for students. So research is definitely a great way to enhance your experience, but we also have countless opportunities for internships, study abroad, service learning, and much more. Not only do we have amazing academic opportunities, we also have a very active student life. We have over 600 different student-led clubs and organizations to participate in, and they range from academics to leadership to student government to special interest to sorority and fraternity life to athletics and recreation and everything in between. My favorite student club to always point out is Zona Zoo. It is the official student section for Division I Arizona athletics, and it has been consistently ranked by ESPN as the biggest, loudest, and best student section in the Pac-12 conference. Go Wildcats. Another great way to get involved and to really find your home is to live on campus at Arizona. We do not have any housing requirements or restrictions for first-year students or any year students. You can choose to live on or off campus. All 23 of our dorms house first-year to seniors, so you get complete freedom and flexibility in choosing if you want to live on campus, and if you do, where. If you've never been to Tucson, let me tell you, it is definitely a college town. It offers a great art scene, eclectic shops, coffee spots, restaurants, concerts, festivals, and so much more. Everywhere you go, you're going to see our Block A scattered throughout the city. You're going to see our colors. You're going to see our Arizona athletics on TV. It's definitely a great way to showcase our Arizona to Wildcat pride. And of course, being from the Midwest, I have to always point out the gorgeous Tucson weather. With the average school time temperature of 83 degrees and over 300 days of sunshine, what's not to like? If you are interested in applying, the current application is still open. If you are a junior or younger, this is what you need to know. We're looking for some very specific information. You can see there are 16 core courses listed on the screen. We need to ensure that by the time you graduate high school, you have completed these courses. It's a very standard curriculum, so you shouldn't have any problem completing them. We also do not require essays. Personal statements are optional. Recommendation letters are not considered, and we are test optional as a whole. I also want you to note that these classes are also the classes we use to determine your core GPA, and core GPA is used to determine your admissibility to the university as well as scholarship consideration. So we do offer scholarships for out-of-state students ranging from $1,000 to $35,000 per year, offered for a total of 4 years. There is no separate application. You are automatically considered when you apply to the university. If you haven't been to campus or if it's been a while, I invite you to check us out. We have amazing virtual visit options. We also have different information sessions hosted by different colleges and academic programs on a weekly basis. We are also hosting on-campus in-person tours. They are on a limited basis. So if you are interested in learning more, check us out online at this website. That is going to wrap it up for me. I will drop my contact information in the chat, but I look forward to connecting with you all again soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. Up next, I'll invite Paul with the University of Utah.
Great. Thank you so much. Just let me get my screen shared right here. Okay, great. So hello, everyone. My name is Paul LaPlante, and I'm an admissions counselor with the University of Utah. And welcome to a little bit of information about the University of Utah. As we get started, I just have kind of some background information. So our campus is located in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is the capital of Utah. We also have a satellite campus, our Korea campus, which is in Incheon, South Korea. So if you're interested in studying abroad or traveling to Asia at all, our Korea campus could be a great option for you. We do have around 24,000 undergraduate students, which makes us a relatively large university. But even being relatively large, we still manage to maintain a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, keeping our average class size right around 23 students. So yes, some of your introductory courses will be kind of in the bigger lecture hall type of deal, but as you move along into your major and you get into more specific courses, we do manage to keep our class size at 23, average class size at 23 students, like I said. We are also a Tier 1 research university, the flagship university for the state of Utah. And like my colleague before me, we are one of the 65 universities that are a member of the Association of American Universities. So obviously also very prestigious there as well. Now I would like to talk a little bit about our location. Okay, maybe a lot about our location, because I really do think this is what makes the University of Utah special. So when I talk about the U's location, I kind of like to say that it's the best of both worlds, if you will. I know Hannah Montana Miley Cyrus is probably more my age than current high school students, but maybe you'll get that reference. So on one side of our best of both worlds, we have downtown Salt Lake City. So we are located just east of downtown Salt Lake City, about 5 to 10 minutes away, depending on where exactly you're trying to get. And downtown Salt Lake City has everything that a major city could have to offer: a major international airport, all sorts of different stores, restaurants, cultural events and centers, museums, large music tours when they happen. Usually we'll be stopping at Salt Lake City as well. And then on the other side of campus, east of us, we have the beautiful Wasatch Mountains. That's also kind of my background right here. I love the mountains so much. And these are really great for being utilized in kind of the recreational way. So in the winter, students definitely will be going skiing and snowboarding. We are less than an hour away from 9 world-class resorts, places like Park City Mountain, Deer Valley Mountain, Alta, Snowbird. Some of the best skiing in the world is less than an hour away, literally right in our backyard. And if you're not really into the snow sports, students will take advantage of these beautiful mountains in the summer and non-winter seasons by hiking, camping, mountain biking, rock climbing are all activities that our students really enjoy doing. Moving on, focusing a little bit more on academics now. At the University of Utah, we have 18 different colleges which house over 150 different academic majors and programs. That's a lot. I won't have time to talk about all of those today, but there are a few that I would like to highlight. And the first is our David Eccles School of Business. So the David Eccles School of Business has a few different majors. They are all listed right here on the right side. And we also offer the University Venture Fund, which is the world's largest independently managed fund, ran entirely by students. So this is a student investment portfolio of over $700,000 real world dollars being invested on the stock market and is ran entirely by students. That is a great opportunity for anyone who is interested in getting into investing. This would be a great resume builder and a great chance to get some hands-on experience while in your undergraduate career. We also have the College of Engineering, which has all of its majors listed on the left side here. And when I talk about the College of Engineering, I should mention that we have 26 different research centers just for engineering on campus. So whether or not you're going to major in engineering, there's a ton of different other research opportunities as well. But cutting edge research is the name of the game for our College of Engineering. One great development that we've had is the Luke arm, which is what is pictured above. This is named after Luke Skywalker, and this is a prosthetic arm that can both move and feel. So we're really proud of that, really excited that this was developed right here on campus at the University of Utah. At the U, we encourage our students to make campus their home away from home. So we do not have a housing requirement for any students, meaning if you're a freshman, you are not required to live on campus, and you never will be. But we do have some pretty great housing options. So pictured in the top middle here is CalArt Village, which is our brand new residence hall. It just opened this past fall, so the students living there right now were the first students to ever live there. And if you choose to come to the U, you could be one of the first students to live there as well. And I should mention that our oldest residence halls on campus were built in 2002 when Salt Lake City was the host of the Winter Olympics. So we had Olympic athletes staying in some of these older residence halls, and we also have brand new residence halls. None of our residence halls on campus are more than 20 years old, and I don't think many universities in the US can say that. A little bit of information about freshman admissions. You do apply via the Common App, so super straightforward right there. We will be test optional at least and through our next test cycle, and we are looking towards moving completely test optional for the future. There are some important dates and deadlines. December 1st is our early action 1 deadline. You need to apply by December 1st to be eligible for all scholarships. So this is a really important deadline. If you do, you'll receive your decision on January 15th, and in mid-February, you will receive your scholarship information. This is our academic cost. Our in-state academic estimate is right around $21,000 for the full year, and our out-of-state is right around $42,000 for the full year. The reason that I point that out is because we do encourage our out-of-state students to apply for residency for tuition purposes. What this means is after paying 1 year of that $40,000 out-of-state number, you can continue to pay that $20,000 in-state number for the rest of your time by doing these 3 easy steps. First is be physically present in the state of Utah for 12 months, can't be claimed on your parents' taxes, and the last is to establish ties to the state of Utah, usually through a driver's license. So with that, please contact me with any questions. Here is my contact information. Thank you for listening to what I had to say, and go Utes.
Thanks, Paul. And here we have Nick with DigiPen Institute of Technology.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Hi there, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and share sound. Excellent. So let's get on to it. Yes, my name is Nick Sanchez. I'm a representative here at DigiPen Institute of Technology, and I'm just going to talk to you all a little bit about our college. So what is DigiPen? We are a private 4-year college out here in Redmond, Washington, specializing in interactive media and technology. So what is interactive media and technology? Well, essentially what that means is video game development. So you can see right here in our areas of expertise, we have computer science, digital art and animation, game design, music and sound design, all of the different elements that go into creating video games. So if that sounds like something that might interest you, stay tuned. I think this will be a really good presentation, and this could potentially be a really good school for you. I'm going to go ahead and play this. So those were just a few highlights of some recent games and animations that our students have been working on. And I always just like to start off by actually showing what it is that our students do, and so consequently, what it is that you could be doing while you're here at DigiPen. So I mentioned that we're located in Redmond, Washington, whereas that is just a little bit north of Bellevue, a little bit northeast of Seattle. So if you're familiar with where Seattle, Washington is, we're just a little bit east of that. So we like to flex our muscles a little bit here at DigiPen, so I hope you don't mind if I do that for a sec. We were actually the first college in the world to offer a bachelor's degree in video game programming. We still offer that degree, actually, and we've just modernized it throughout the years, but it's had really, really strong placement rates and really, really strong salaries at the other end as well. So we've maintained it, and of course we've expanded since then as well to offer a total of 8 undergraduate degrees. So DigiPen is a very specialized school. We have computer science, art, design, those things that I talked about at the beginning, and so we are very focused. The average class size only about 20 students. The total student body is only usually about 1,100 students as well. So we are a small school. But that being said, we pack a punch. On the right-hand side here, you can see our graduates are credited on more than 1,600 commercial video games. This slide's actually a little bit out of date. So again, considering how new of a school DigiPen is and how new of a field video game development is, it's a really, really strong margin. And of course, our graduates go on to work in many fields beyond just video game development. We've had lots of artists go to work for Funko Pop, the headquarters of which is also in Washington State, as well as the Disney company. Microsoft is our top employer. They're right down the road from us. And the majority of our graduates who go to work for them work as software programmers, not necessarily as video game developers. But then, of course, we've had dozens of graduates go to work on the Minecraft team over there as well. So a lot of really cool stuff that our graduates have been up to. So these are the degree programs here at DigiPen Institute of Technology. You can see right here a variety of computer science fields, including a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science in Machine Learning. We're one of the few schools to be able to offer that degree at a bachelor's level. We're really proud of that. And that's because at DigiPen, when you apply to the school, you're applying directly into your degree program. So you're going to receive about 4 years of concentrated focus instruction in your field with some general ed sprinkled in. So again, DigiPen is a really great school for those of you who know that this is exactly what you want to do. If you want to maybe figure out, I'm not sure if I want to do law or computer science or this or that, then DigiPen might not necessarily be the best. But if you're like, yes, I want to be an artist on a video game or a machine learning programmer, this is an excellent place. On the right-hand side there, game design and development. We have a Bachelor of Arts in game design. Game design is for people who really want to figure out what makes the player tick and what makes the gameplay fun, right? If I'm making a 2D platformer like Mario and I'm a game designer, I'm going to be thinking, okay, do I have one jump or two? Am I going to be able to wall jump? Am I going to be able to climb up the ledges? What are the enemies going to be like? Are they going to be walking back and forth? Am I going to have, a gun or a weapon of some sort? And if so, is there ammo? Are there power-ups? And if there's power-ups, then what's the currency like? And how do I get the ammo? What's the level layout? All that sort of stuff goes into game design. So a lot of really fun things involved there. We also have a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Game Design. And then that one below that, the Real-Time Interactive Simulation degree. If you think of what a real-time interactive simulation is, it's a video game. That's video game programming. And then of course, we have our Bachelor of Fine Arts in Digital Art and Animation for those animators out there who want to be video game artists. And then we have a Bachelor of Art in Music and Sound Design for those of you who want to be composers and sound designers, as well as a computer science degree in digital audio. So actually making sure that audio triggers properly, creating audio zones in games. I'm not sure how many of y'all are hip to the 3D sound and the new PlayStation 5 headphones, but it's some pretty cool stuff, and that degree slides right into there. So what's the secret sauce? What is it that makes our students so employable and we have good good salary rates down the other end? It's our academic approach. Of course, we have the academic fundamentals of going to class, listening to lectures, doing the homework. Then a large portion is project-based. So what does that look like? Starting your sophomore year, you're going to be in a cross-departmental team that for a semester to a year and a half actually builds a game. So let's say you're one of those game designers, right? You have an awesome idea for a game. You just need some programmers and artists and stuff. So you pitch the game, you have some computer scientists who get on board, maybe you have some design friends from your classes, and you can make a game that way. So you'll actually have a portfolio by the time you graduate. And it's like you have 3 or 4 different capstones under your belt. And so we find that works real well for our graduates. If you're interested in applying, go ahead and take a look at our website. Because we go right into our degree programs, there are some portfolios that you might need to fill out. It's all on the website. I'll post some links in the chat. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Our next and final institution will be Cade with the University of Wyoming. Take it away.
All righty. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Cade Russo. I'm an admissions representative here at the University of Wyoming. I recruit this great state of Michigan, so I would be your primary contact. So the University of Wyoming is located in Laramie, Wyoming, a town of about 32,000 people, located on the high plains of Wyoming, right in the heart of the Rocky Mountain West. We're, sit right at 7,220 feet. We're quite proud of our elevation up here in Laramie. So about the University of Wyoming, we are a public land grant institution. We're, mid-size, I would say. We've got 11,829 students. About 10,000 of this is going to be your undergraduate population. 15-to-1 student-faculty ratio. 90% of our classes are taught by professors. Our average class size is 30. My senior year, I did not have a class larger than 25 here at the University of Wyoming. And then what we are really proud about is that 92% of our graduates last year were in grad school or had a job 6 months after graduation. So students from the University of Wyoming really are sought after. So a little bit more about our student body. We've got students from all 50 states and 90 different countries. And really, when you look at our size, being the only 4-year institution in the state of Wyoming, we've got unbeatable opportunities to really build your resume. We don't compete for resources here at the University of Wyoming, being the only school in the state. 93% of our students receive scholarships or financial aid. That's the other nice thing about that. And then currently, our student body is broken down 66% in-state students versus 34% out-of-state students. So Laramie as a community, we really strive to provide that real, authentic, genuine experience throughout the entire college process. Not only just community, but campus. Laramie's been ranked the #1 small college town in the entire U.S. And so Laramie as a whole is really amazing. And then the other side of the community is that, once you graduate from the University of Wyoming, you're going to be entering into a very strong alumni network, both in the state of Wyoming and our region, but also worldwide as well. So when you think of the University of Wyoming, I want you to think about outdoor opportunities as well. We're 20 minutes away from, really gravity-defying top-tier climbing. 2.9 million acres of national forest surround Laramie, and so that really can become your playground. We are 30 minutes away from affordable skiing and snow sports. There's no $200 lift tickets up here in Laramie. And then we're 15 minutes away from 100 plus miles of climbing, biking, hiking trails. Laramie truly is an outdoor paradise up here in Wyoming. Being that only four-year institution in the state, there's so much pride behind the University of Wyoming, whether it be our Division I athletics, we compete in the Mountain West, whether it be our 20 different club sports, 50 different intramural sports, we've got a fantastic Greek system, our fine arts are fantastic, we've got over 300 different clubs and organizations for you to be a part of, whether it be student government, fraternity, sorority life, all sorts of different options for you. And then really that love and loyalty, that passion behind the University of Wyoming, cut people open from this state and they bleed brown and gold. That's really, really special up here. We offer over 200 different areas of study here at the University of Wyoming, everything from accounting to zoology. Some of our top programs are our College of Engineering, College of Business, College of Education. We're really ranked really high in all of those programs, as well as programs such as wildlife, fisheries, biology, outdoor recreation, tourism management. We offer, double major, minor options. We offer an honors college. You really have a great opportunity to be a big fish in a small pond here at the university within your major. We also offer one of the top programs in the nation for studying abroad because we have the largest public endowment of any four-year institution in the nation. What that means, we've got the most amount of scholarship dollars out of anybody to give to you as a student to make studying abroad financially affordable, whether it be international, domestic. We've got over 400 sites worldwide in 83 different countries. So 3 easy ways to become a cowboy. You apply to the University of Wyoming, you pay the fee, submit the required documents. There's no essays, there's no recommendations, none of that stuff. We are upfront and honest. We want to tell you exactly what it takes to get into the University of Wyoming. And then you're going to be directly admitted to your program right away, with the exception of our School of Nursing. One thing to also consider as well when you're looking at the entire college decision, our admissions requirements, as long as you meet that high school success curriculum, that's pretty standard across the board, you're good to go. We are test optional for fall of 2021. We're trying to figure out what we're going to be doing for fall of 2022. We also admit with support here at the University of Wyoming. So if you fall within that category, no worries whatsoever. We do admit with support. Transfer admission, pretty straightforward as well. And then the additional documents you can see on the bottom of that screen, MMR, AP, all that kind of good stuff right there. When it comes down to scholarships to the University of Wyoming, there's a ton of amazing ones. You can see the Child of Alumni benefit, which is our best deal, 150% of in-state tuition. The Brown and Gold commitment, which we are going to be talking about the next slide. University of Wyoming can really be an affordable institution for you. 54% of our graduates graduate with little to no student debt here at the University of Wyoming, which is absolutely amazing. So this is our Brown and Gold commitment chart. Right away, when you apply, we're going to take a look at your high school unweighted GPA on this left-hand side, ACT, SAT score, put those two numbers together, and you can find what the University of Wyoming is going to award you on an annual four-year basis. You also have that test optional category. I invite you to Google this, find that information online. Please visit the University of Wyoming. We have been in person for tours. We are planning on fully reopening for fall of 2021, which is really, really exciting. We also do virtual tours, Zoom admissions, presentations, all sorts of different tour options. My number one piece of advice to you guys as prospective college students is to get your feet on campus, see what it's all about, and see, could I see myself here for the next 4 to 5 years? This is my contact information, guys. We would absolutely love to, host you for a tour, show off that Western hospitality. And yeah, other than that, go Pokes.
Thanks, Cade. I am going to have you keep your camera on, and I'm going to invite the rest of the presenters to come back on. And we're just going to do some Q&A that will give you a little bit more insight about their institutions and share a little bit about the college search process. But first, I'd like to ask everyone to give an interesting or fun fact about your school. So we'll kick it off in the same order that everyone presented. So Brianna, if you want to start us off with that, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So one fun, interesting fact about Western is we are the only college in the nation that has a certified mountain rescue team, search and rescue team. So our students are actually part of the crew that will go out into the Gunnison Valley to find lost or injured hikers or anyone who's out missing on a backcountry trip. And our students really enjoy that chance to be able to kind of give back to the community in that way.
I would say we have Ralphie, which is our live Buffalo mascot. So before any of our Pac-12 home football games or any of our family weekends and things of that nature, you can find our live mascot being handled by some of our students who are also Division I athletes who receive scholarships. So if you want to be a Ralphie handler or you want to be a part of the Buff community, join the herd.
Fun fact about the University of Arizona, we are one of the few schools to actually have two mascots. So we started with our original mascot, Wilbur the Wildcat. Later came Wilma the Wildcat. They are now happily married. They have been for some time. We had a big ceremony, so we proudly support Wilbur and Wilma Wildcat.
My fun fact is also kind of sports related. So we have the Mighty Utah Student Section, which is our home cheering section for all of our sporting events. And one of the traditions we have, the third down jump, when the whole student section jumps up and down and goes really crazy, that registers as a small earthquake on the seismograph that we have in our geology building just down campus.
Our fun fact is anything but sports related. I'm not sure how many of y'all have actually played the game Portal or Portal 2. It was developed by Valve a couple years back. It was a big hit. And it was actually developed originally by DigiPen students. It was a student game. They were presenting their game at a career fair. Valve saw the game. They're like, yo, this is sick. And they brought the whole team in for an interview and hired them all to help make Portal.
All righty. So we also have a live mascot here at the University of Wyoming, Cowboy Joe. He's a Shetland pony. But if you were as a student to ride Cowboy Joe to campus, it is a Wyoming state law that the university president would have to take care of Cowboy Joe on campus. And so that's kind of a two-part fun fact about UW.
Awesome. Love hearing all about that. How about let's switch gears a little bit. And Kate, I'm actually going to start with you because you kind of finished off your presentation with this, but what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So not specifically related to your institution, but just to help anyone out searching for colleges.
Yeah, so my biggest piece of advice to students, number one, is to ask great questions. Number two, visit campus, really get the feel of what the community, is all about, what the campus includes, and then really ask those pointed questions, not just, what are your admissions requirements, but what is your university going to do for me as a student? So ask questions, get your feet on campus.
And yeah, we'll go backwards now. Nick, go ahead.
Awesome. Doing it reverse. I also definitely agree with everything that Kate was saying. If you have the ability to visit campus, visit campus. Another big thing I'd say is kind of go backwards. If you have a dream job or a specific role you'd like to fill, do a job search and see what it is that they're looking for. And then say, oh, if they're looking for a law degree, find a good law school or whatever it may be for you. So I recommend going backwards from there.
This is a recommendation a little bit more for while you are still in high school, but I'd really recommend to challenge yourself as much as possible while you're still in high school to take as many AP, IB, dual enrollment type courses. I know at the U, we have seen a lot of very highly competitive applicants, and we're kind of using some of that course rigor to make the decisions about some of our top scholarships. So if that's something, if you're a really high achieving student, continue to achieve high and to challenge yourself while you're still in high school.
All great advice. And just to expand, asking questions, utilize the resources on campus. I mean, that's why we're all here. Virtually every office on campus has some type of service, customer service. They're here to help you, serve you. This is your experience. So don't be afraid to ask the tough questions. You want to get the answers to make the best informed decision for you.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone has said. To be short and sweet, be the driver of your experience. A lot of parents like to drive the car, but you got your driver's license. So this is your time to really take the wheel and to really go where you want to go within your path. So ask yourself, what is it you truly want to do? And you really know.
I second everything my colleagues said, and I'll just add to make sure to keep your options open as you're looking at your different schools. So look at that large university, look at a small one, look at a public, look at a private, look at the one in your backyard, and maybe that college you've never even heard of before. Sometimes just looking at your options, you'll find hidden gems and things that you're like, I didn't know that was a thing. And that can sometimes lead into really great opportunities and a future on that.
Awesome. That's a great way to end us off, Brianna. I hope this session helped broaden everyone's horizons who joined us today. Maybe you were interested in a few of the institutions initially, but now you're walking away interested in even more. And the conversation doesn't stop here. So feel free to continue to connect with your admissions counselors personally and ask those questions, as they all mentioned. And I want to thank the presenters for being here and sharing all this fabulous information with everyone. And as you exit the webinar, you will be taken to a quick survey. It's only 4 questions, so we'd love to hear your feedback regarding this particular session. And all of the recordings from the Michigan virtual fairs will be available on the website shortly so that you can re-review or watch other sessions that you may have missed in an on-demand setting. So I hope everyone has a great evening and take care. Have a great one.